Wagwan, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is dreycosting. If it's the first time over here, what we do over here is to analyze the financial market, like chop it up in pieces so each and everyone can understand. Today, we're going to assess McDonald's third quarter results and to see if the company shares is worth buying at this time. But before we jump into it, quick disclaimer. All right. So the first thing I'm gonna do is to kill a false narrative that what you're seeing with the stock price right now, we see where it went from about 228 all the way down to I think 207 is just based off the information that came out yesterday, right? So the information came out showed that sales decreased. However, I'm gonna kill that false narrative. It's a false narrative. Watch me. This is quarter two results, right? Look what they're saying in quarter two. The global comparable sales decreased 23% for the quarter. Look at quarter three. The global comparable sales declined 2.2%. Think about it. Is that bad or good? Yes, it's still a decrease, but it's an improvement from quarter two. So don't be get caught in the hype of what non-financial persons are doing to move the stock price, but to focus on what the intellectual persons are doing who understand financial information and those underlying shareholders who are holding on their shares. So let's get into that. All right, let's look at the consolidated income statement, right? So revenue has decreased, right? 2 million, right? So revenue decrease. So I'm saying that yes, revenue has decreased, but it's not, it has decreased that significantly, taking into consideration COVID-19. So that's okay with me. The problem that I have is this, right? The problem that I have is this. When comparing it, when I'm trying to compare the savings, right? So the expense has increased. We have a negative overall 5 year, negative 5 year runs, right? We need to put this up more so it can offset the revenue. So that is the issue that I had with the quarter two result, and I'm seeing the same thing with the quarter three result where they are not monitoring their expenses. Because I'm saying this expense, this restaurant expense right here, they need to find a way in order to monitor this restaurant expense to reduce it. Comparing to last year when Corona was not on it, it's 5.8 and it's like 5. So the margin of reduction is not significant. So they need to find a way to reduce this. So that had an impact on the overall operating income where we still had a decrease. So though revenue decrease, if they can find a way to decrease this expense, then they will be in a profit. So I think management needs to assess this and to see how they can go about to reduce the restaurant expense, right? Earnings per share still looking good, right? As I said, it's a great company, and I'm going to show you how the company has been managing stuff properly. Quarter three result continuing. Cash and cash equivalent. You see right here, they're storing their cash and equivalent. They're not putting it out in the financial market because unlike people out there that are day traders, McDonald's Corporation not going to do day trading, they're going to do long-term trading. So the fact that globally the stock market as a whole is not really ready as yet to rally back to recover, right? What they are doing is that to be on the safe side, they're holding the cash instead of investing the cash, right? So that's why you realize investment is staying steady. They're not doing a lot of investment right now. They're actually trying to hold on to cash instead of to put it in a market that is rocky, right? But what I like right here is property, plant, and equipment. I see right here where they did some investment in property, plant, and equipment, and that's a good sign because whenever you invest in property, plant, and equipment, right, you invest in it in order to get return from that asset. So that's a good sign right there that they are able to invest in property, plant, and equipment during Corona, as well as look at this right here. Last year we had this with debt, right? But their debt increased to this. So what they did was to take in some long-term debt in order to ensure that the working capital for the company stay afloat and that the company does things. So that's a good sign right there as well, right? But this is my favorite thing to always look at, right? This is my favorite thing to always look at. Look at this. Last year, the underlying shareholders, 16.6 is the same 16.6 for the underlying shareholders. So don't watch the noise of the stock price going up and down whenever the information is released. And if you don't understand what I mean by information, check out the YouTube card above, and that will explain to you what I mean by how information drive prices in the market, whether it's the stock prices, currency prices, commodity prices, etc. Check out that video above, right? So what I like the most as well, look at this. The retained earnings has increased in comparison to the prior year. So yes, we're looking at third quarter result, but I like to look at the result in comparison to the prior year, right? So this is as at 2019. Look at that. The retained earnings has increased. That's a good sign. Going through Corona, just think about it, right? So going down, so that's the balance sheet. So going down into the cash flow, as I stated above, this is a point that I'm picking out right here. The capital expenditure, they have increased capital expenditure, have invested in capital expenditure, which they expect to get economical benefit from this in the future, right? And so that's a good sign right here that were able to do that, right? Long-term debts, right? As I said, they have took down some more debts, right? So to make the companies stay afloat during Corona, to increase the working capital, to ensure that they stay liquid, and it's just for them now to manage this debt in order not to go bankrupt. But it's McDonald's and they have great management, so I don't expect nothing bad from this company. Let's look at this again. The dividends. This was last year, 2.6, and they have paid out more dividend as at the third quarter in comparison to the entire year of last year. Come on. Don't you realize why the underlying shareholders are holding on to this stock? Because it's a good stock. So don't be caught up in the noise of what's going on right now, right? When the information just released. So this is just a quick highlight of the financial statement. If you need more in-depth analysis on the financial statements, you can just message me on social media. If you're getting value from what I just said on the financial statements, right? Just smash that like button, share the video, and hopefully it can help a friend, it can help a family member. All right, so let's look at the charts, right? So y'all know what happened. So January came, February, and then March, Corona hits here. March, right? Corona hits, and the stock price did this. Dropped all the way down to 129.68. All right. So it was a real low at that time. But what I'm saying to you is that look at this. From March, the stock price went up in this uptrend, all the way up in this uptrend right here, right? I'm still predicting this stock to go up. Yes, it's making a little noise right now because the third quarter result just came out. Yes, we know that, but you got to think like an underlying investor, just as I showed in the financial statement. It's a great company, it's not going anywhere. So look at this, right? Look at this ray line that I have here, this yellow. This is the previous low, right? When it shifted and retest, right? This low right here, price is not breaking this low right here where it shifted from, right? So it has not to this stage as yet, right? Let me remove this. It has not to this stage as yet created this lower high where it actually broke the previous low, right? This yellow line right here, this zone right here, it has not broken this previous low as yet. So we are still in that uptrending movement. It shifted from here, right? Shifted from here. We're on the H4. You got to think a little bit long term. Shifted from here. Price has not broken this low right here. It has not broken it as yet. So until price breaks this low, then we can come to the conclusion that price is actually going down. You get what I'm saying? But investors are refusing for price to break this low right here. Look at the price action. Look at the price action. A Doji is forming indecisive next, right? So I'm saying that all you got to do is just wait right here, wait for it to make a swing right there, retrace. When it retrace, then you continue up for your buy, right? So that's it for the charts. All right, guys. Hope you got some value from what I just said about McDonald's, not to be caught in the hype, but to analyze the financial statement properly and assess the charts properly and not be caught up with the noise of what's going on. So I hope this information helped you guys, right? If you have any stocks, financial statement that you'd like to see me cover and analyze, please comment below and I'll surely assist you guys. All right. And don't forget, you can also message me on social media any question that you have. Big up to everyone.